Hi, Rich Spezzano here from Digitally Fearless, and today we're going to take this picture and turn her into a glowing woman. I saw this effect on a Photoshop tutorial maybe a year ago, I'm not even sure, and it just popped into my head and I said, let me try it in Affinity Photo. So let's get started. So what I did is I got this photo from stock photos. You can use any photo. In this case, I would pick one with a face, and I will leave the link to this particular photo in the description below. And just to save time, what I did also was I cut out the glasses, and I used the pen tool to do that. And we've been through that before, so there's no reason to do that again. These are my originals. I like to keep my originals in one place in case I make a mistake. And I'm going to duplicate, Control or Command J, and bring that to the top and hide my originals. So now it's just this photograph. And the first thing I want to do is I will go to Adjustment and Recolor. And I'd like to give it a deep blue. So I'm going to move my hue all the way to, not purple, I want to get as blue as I can, and keep the saturation up, and I'm going to lower the lightness. And I can change that later if I need to. And I'm going to go maybe around, it says minus 46% in this case. So that looks pretty good to me. And let's leave that at that. And then I'm going to take the glasses. I'll duplicate where I cut out. And all I did is took a pen around these glasses. So I'm going to duplicate the glasses, bring them to the top. So I'm going to take that and also recolor them. And maybe what I'll do is I could duplicate this, but I'll just do it again. So it's so simple. I'll go to Recolor. I will also do the blue. And this time I'm going to bring up the brightness a little bit like that, maybe even higher. It looks a little too purple to me, so I'll go back into the blue here. So I'm basically at 52%, so I raised that. Okay, so now that I have this brighter, I think I might want to do some live filter, which is down on the bottom right, and look for lighting. And I'd like to give that lighting just to my glasses, just to give it a little bit of an effect. And I'm just going to play around. I don't even know what I'm doing. I play around like you play around, so that brightens it up a little bit. I could even, if I wanted to, do some kind of a blueness to that brightness right here. And let's see, a little bit more shine. I can change my direction by doing this, or by just moving it on its own. And the closer in or the further out, that's how you could do this button right here. And I am going to stick with that. So that's just for my glasses now. And we're starting to get there, but the problem right now is the glow should be in other places too. I mean, because the glasses are reflecting on her skin. So to get that, I'm going to add a new layer on top here, and I will take my paintbrush and I'll bring my hardness. I'm going to bring it really soft, well, maybe a little bit, maybe about 20% softness, and we'll see how that works. If not, I can change it. And I'm going to try and get the color for this brush kind of in this blue family, so I'm going to drag this over to here and stay with that. And now I will start painting with a very, in fact, I'm going to go way soft, not hard. I'm going to go very soft, and I'm going to start painting with a soft brush, and I'm going to move that layer under the glasses and start painting right now. And what I'll do is with my right bracket, I can make my brush bigger or smaller. And I know this looks a little weird right now, and that's okay. We'll fix that in a minute. And I think we would need some on her hand, like the edge of her hand. And I would say like maybe right here. And even the edge, oops, undo that. And I'm working with a mouse, not a pen, so Just letting you know, it's not as easy with a mouse, but as I've said in my tutorial before, many of you do not have a pen or a tablet to work with, so I kind of try to stick with a mouse just for these tutorials. And now that I got that, I'm going to go to Effects, Gaussian Blur, and blur it out really big like that maybe. So it looks a little harsh to me, so now that I've done the effects of Gaussian blur, I can go to a different mode, and let's try overlay we can use, or soft light. I think overlay is pretty good. And if I want, remember, I can go back to the original picture and I can darken it just like that. That looks pretty nice. I'm okay with that. And I think I need a little bit more near this hand, so let me go back here. And now that that's already on overlay and blur, I can just paint a little bit more here, maybe to brighten this up a little bit more. I think the hand should have a little bit of brightness here. Anything where you think this light might reflect, it might even reflect a little bit up here near her forehead, and maybe to her nose a little bit, and maybe a little bit more up here. If you're doing an Instagram photo or something like that, what I would do is crop it. You can go to square, which is 1:1, and pick where you want it to be. And I would say right about there would work, and then say apply. And that's what you can get for Instagram. But also another thing you can do is you can put some lettering on top, like I don't know, blue something. Blue. How about the blues? You can also, and then you can grab this blue and, I don't know, maybe color that with it. Something like this. And add some lighting like we did before. And actually maybe even add some 3D. How about some 3D like that? And then add some lighting. And we put the lighting up here. And we change the color of that lighting to this blue maybe. And let's see what we can do with it. And I think this looks pretty good. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. You can do so many things. You can change the color of the whole thing if you want. Lots of stuff you can make changes, but I try to keep the tutorials as quick and short as possible so that you can experiment after the fact. And if you found this useful, maybe others will too. So I hope you share my page and these tutorials, and you subscribe and like. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.